Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Shaki Chronicles. Super glad that you are here and I'm glad that you're joining in. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Do explore the other videos that are on. New videos posted each week, and I'll say to everyone, remember to like, subscribe, share, and get into the conversation. I'm super excited to get in dialogue with you. So please leave a comment. Let me know if something that was shared maybe was impactful, or maybe it brought you into the thought or brought you into another space. Share that. That way we can be in conversation. I'm looking forward to that. All right, these last couple of weeks we've been talking about relationship. I'm going to stay in that lane just for a bit until I do something else or something else comes up, but I'll be talking about relationships for a bit. If you've missed any of those, again, go ahead, watch them again. I try to keep them in short. I try to do short videos. That way you have the time to watch it in its entirety and perhaps just pull back and listen to what's going on. If I haven't shared before, I do love journals. And as I was writing my notes for this video, I can't remember where I got this one from, but it says, enjoy the little things. And it's a beautiful reminder. I do still use a lot of journals. I love to write. And I know, we're into technology and typing and texting, but just the act of writing is something I enjoy doing and something really special for me. All right. Relationships, that's what we're talking about today. And the part of relationship that I want to talk about today is desire, right? And desires drive our life somewhat, right? So we desire healthy relationship, we desire love, we desire to know what our purpose is in the world, we desire to be in community, we desire money, 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 desire. And so I want to talk a little bit about desiring healthy relationship. And it's very important that you are clear on your desires, right? For a healthy relationship. If not, what you will find is that you will just consistently be drifting, right? You just be floating from the next to the next, or just drifting in the wind if you're not quite clear on your desire. You want to be clear that your intention is truly for love and truly for partnership, and not for power or for control or for approval or for security. And a lot of that clarity comes in healing yourself, really, and working through those what I call the shadow stuff that's within us, especially if like for me, I enjoy feeling that sense of security. And there was many years where that came up in my relationship, and I needed to address that and not put that on my husband as his responsibility. But anyway, I will do a separate segment on that. What I want to encourage you on today is to be clear on your desires and clear on your intent as to why you want this healthy relationship. Ensure that that's clean. Okay, clean that up. Clean that up by healing yourself. And we'll talk about that now real quick. You want to watch your desire and how your desire is engaging with universal laws that's operating, right? Universal laws. You want to clear that up. Purify your intention. And I'm going to quickly go through how you can purify your intentions with 4-step. The number one is to define yourself. Define yourself. All your experiences are filtered through your self-definition. So clearing up your self-definition is super important. All your happiness, all your misery, all of that, etc., is based upon how you perceive and identify yourself. When you clean that up and you have a clear self-definition about who you are, then you find that you can open yourself up to a more healthy relationship and not be in that state of projection, okay? Take the time to establish who you are, where you're from. Do this in writing. As I shared, I enjoy writing because, it tends to help you to clear up the stuff. And I want to encourage you to go beyond just the superficial stage, right? Okay, well, I'm an attorney and whatnot. Go beyond the job and where you live and dig a little bit deeper into your self-definition of your values and what you hold most close to you. Focus on the fundamental truth of who you are at a quantum level, maybe, right? You want to go really deep. So you can start writing from a general perspective, your job, your orientation, whatnot, but take that deeper into your self-definition. For me, I know I'm an unrepeatable expression of the divine. I'm an unrepeatable expression of the divine. And so I can use that as a stepping stone to how I move into the world. You want to get into your possibilities, into your hopefulness, get really clear in defining who you are. All right. After defining yourself, your number 2 in clearing up your desire is taking responsibility for yourself and for your happiness. You taking responsibility for yourself and for your happiness, and you not putting it on to somebody else. Nobody else owns your happiness, okay? And it's not your partner's responsibility to do that for you. My encouragement is to take responsibility for yourself and for your happiness. And so when you're redefining yourself, because number 1 is you defined yourself. Number 2, you're going to work through some stuff right here. So when you redefine yourself, what you're doing in essence is then establishing your values and your authentic power. Okay? Establishing your values and your authentic power. Based on this, based on standing into your value and your authentic power, it means that you must take 100% responsibility for the quality of your life. The quality of your life has nothing to do with your partner and your parents and where you're from. After you've done some healing, of course, because I know some people might drop and say, oh, this happened. Yeah, I get it. Totally happened. But now we're redefining ourselves based on our values and our authentic, okay, or authentic self. It is inherently unhealthy and harmful for you not to take responsibility for your life and how you're showing up and changing it, if that's your desire. No one else can assume responsibility for your identity. No one else can assume responsibility for your identity but you. Your worth, your happiness is 100% yours. No one's coming in on a white horse to sort that out. It's imperative. So what this means is that you should literally refuse to be passive, to passively witness your life. Refuse that, to passively witness your life. No, you want to step in, you want to engage, you want to take 100% responsibility. Do not follow the path of least resistance and asking yourself, what can you do to create happiness? What can you do to create happiness? And then do it is important. Ask the tough questions, okay? Number 3, maintain your autonomy. And this is important when you're taking on responsibility for yourself, and that's a level of autonomy. Okay, that's the source really of your autonomy, taking responsibility for yourself, for your happiness, for how you're showing up and not projecting that into the relationship. Here's the thing, a successful relationship requires a delicate balance, and it requires a combination of independence and also dependence. Both are required. So both individual in the relationship is responsible for themselves, yet they're also responsible for the relationship. All right, so there can be a certain level of concern for each other's well-being, right? There can be a certain level of concern for each other's happiness in the relationship, but it's the individual responsibility 100% to refuse to not be to not be a witness to their life and to create their life and their happiness and their joy. All right, so embrace your own individuality, embrace your own individual purpose, even though you're in a relationship. Set healthy boundaries, pursue your purpose, pursue your passion. Don't lose yourself in the status quo, right, of a relationship. Don't lose yourself in that relationship. There still needs to be a level of autonomy. And number 4, be optimistic. Be optimistic. Watch your questions. What is it saying to you? You know, a lot of times there's a chatter and there's a conversation of, what if I don't get married? What if I never have kids and I never do this, and we stay in that space? Don't linger there. There's no blessing for you right there. It comes up and you need to deal with it. You need to be true to yourself. So work through that, journal through that, but enjoy each experience and each moment right where you are today, and allow life to unfold for you, right? It's not about, sometimes in our desire for a healthy relationship, we can tend to become really fearful that it's not happening, or we can tend to be desperate and so move into things that are not healthy for us because our desires have not been dealt with. All right. So you want to ensure that you're doing that and you're asking the powerful questions. So let me quickly wrap this up again for you. Your desire for healthy relationship must be pure. Your desire for healthy relationship must be pure. And that means that you need to clean up your desire. You need to understand what it is that you are desiring. If not, you will find yourself drifting in the wind. Why do you want a relationship? Is it for security? Is it for love? Is it for power? Is it for control? Why do you want that relationship? To thy own self be true. Purify your intentions and then set out to do your manifestation or your demonstration or whatever you want to call it. How do you purify? 1, define yourself, define who you are beyond the surface level, go deep. 2, take responsibility for yourself and for your happiness. Okay, that's super key. 100% responsibility. 3, maintain your autonomy in any relationship that you find yourself in. All right. It's a delicate balance between pursuing your purpose, your passion, who you are, how you're showing up, and at the same time, taking care of the relationship. That is important. And number 4, be optimistic. Questions will come up. Doubt will come up. Is this ever going to happen for me? That's going to surface. Work through it, deal with it, but stay optimistic. All right. My desire for you is that you may step into a healthy relationship and live your most magnificent life. Thank you so much for tuning into Shaki Chronicles, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Talk to you soon.